All right, YouTube, it's me, David Harry, your favorite YouTuber and vlogger. Right, so this video is kind of more designed for my YouTube buddies because I'm definitely looking for advice here, and there's a fly in the room. Get away, fly. Right, however, I would be open to input from other people who may have just randomly come across this video. So the bottom line here is this: should I keep my Hero 12 or should I send it back to GoPro? Now, just quickly before I continue, let me put this into a nutshell as small as possible. So having gone out and done like my very first bunch of testing with the Hero 12, completely underwhelmed I was once I got back and started looking at the footage, and indeed I've come across a number of problems. Now, in the first video that I done, I did state in that video that if I had any issues whatsoever, or had said this in the past, any issues whatsoever with the Hero 12, it's going straight back to GoPro. Because what you have to remember here is, as much as what people might see my channel as just being somebody who mouths off about things and stuff like that, I've had every single GoPro between the 3 up to the current 12, all the iterations, like, you know, the silvers, the blacks and the pluses and stuff like that. So my experience of not just GoPro Hero action cameras, but also GoPro themselves is quite extensive. So I kind of know the script here when you're dealing with like GoPro action cameras, and like what usually is like, you know, the path that you follow once like you start working out that there are issues and problems with stuff. Quite often these things never get resolved, or anything that like is resolvable does take time. These things just generally don't work as soon as you get them and stuff like that. Now, with that kind of experience, you know, behind me, you know, I'm sitting here thinking, come on, you know, enough's enough now. I've banged my head against the wall far too many times here, and I should just now say, you know, enough's enough. So anyway, the initial response that I had in my little brain here after my first experiences with the 12, where, look, just send it back, it's just not worth it. I know the script, I know the dance, I know exactly what's going to happen here, because it's happened many times before with other heroes and the way that GoPro respond to them, as far as like, you know, when people are having problems and stuff. However, what I've thought now is, do I keep it and just not for the sake of perseverance, but basically keep it because, you know, I can do valuable videos with these things for other people. Now, let me explain that in a second. But what's got me thinking, should I keep it, is I was talking to my YouTube Bezzy, Mr. Ian Craig, the other day. And because what it is, me and Ian talk a lot on FaceTime and that. And basically, you know, I get a lot of advice off Ian. But Ian basically just said in our last conversation, you know, Dave, just you know, why don't you just do loads of videos with it? You know, because he obviously understands from my point of view, it's a commercial decision to make money, and more so on the main channel. So, you know, Ian's saying, why don't you just do loads of videos and stuff like that and just get out of it what you can, you know, get your, you know, try and get your affiliate income and all that kind of thing. Anyway, so I'm thinking, well, you know, Ian's always right. So, you know, maybe that's a consideration. However, I also received a comment today to one of my videos from one of my favorite YouTubers, who is Wayne Rex. Now, let me just read this comment to you. Dave, you seriously have the best attitude when it comes to telling it like it is, regardless of how the GP12 performs. Glad to see you're having fun with it, LOL. Now, the reason why that comment is so important to me is because Wayne is not just one of my favorite YouTubers, but I absolutely respect him because he's got like a very, very professional outlook on the way he deals with his YouTube channel. And also, he is extremely balanced. Now, what Wayne is obviously identifying here, because Wayne is no idiot. He knows I'm a bit of a mouthy idiot and all the rest of it. You know, I have me fun and stuff. But at the same time, Wayne obviously understands that I do know what I'm doing. So, you know, he's actually saying there, you know what I mean? You know, regardless of how the GP12 performs, because Wayne knows that I don't like it, however many other people will. So he's like doing the good thing there. He's staying as neutral as he can, but he's obviously respecting that I've got my own opinions of these things. You know, glad to see you're having fun with it, LOL. Now, that's the important thing. Wayne knows that I will have fun with these things. So I'm looking at Wayne's comment there thinking, do you know what? If Wayne's saying that, maybe I should just keep this Hero 12 and do whatever it is that I do with it. So I'm now leaning more towards keep the thing anyway, regardless of the fact that I obviously don't like it, you know. But for me, it's two things, right? Potentially, if I do keep it, one, it's a commercial decision because I want to try and make money. You know, a lot of people might think I do clickbait videos. I absolutely do not. But, you know, I will maybe do some grandiose titles and like go into hyperbole with titles and thumbnails. But the content itself is absolutely spot on. You know, I don't need anybody to, you know, tell me that it is or it isn't. I know how good I am with these things. So basically, I've got a lot to bring to the table here. And maybe more so here is this actually. YouTube is full of shills and GoPro suckholes. There's already stuff out there where people are just not covering problems and they never will. So basically, YouTube does need people like me to balance these things up. People who are not afraid to say what they want to say and definitely have got no affiliation or suckholing with GoPro. Do you know what I mean? You know, they're the last people I would want to jump into bed with. But anyway, let's not go all angry, Dave. Leave it as calm as you're doing it. So anyway, yeah, I'm losing my train of thought here. So basically, yeah, people like me can bring something good to the table. Now, you know, if you have a look at my GoPro videos, you will see that, like, well, actually, you don't see them anymore, which is unfortunate. But on my GoPro videos on this channel, right, I have tons and tons of thumbs down, okay, loads and loads, like way more than any other channel gets. This channel just gets loads of thumbs downs on stuff all the time. Obviously, as you know, I don't give a crap about any of that, but what that tells me is that I'm doing a good job here, and that good job is don't feed into people's echo chambers. So all you idiots out there, fanboys and all that kind of thing, I'm not here for people like you. I'm here for reasonable people, or people who just want to, you know, hear something that might help them to make a balanced decision for, like, you know, a purchasing decision. Because it's all well and good listening to all these clowns going on about how fantastic the Hero 12 is. I mean, I've even seen people outright lie, you know. They're even saying just how much better it is than the 11, and it's absolutely ridiculous. In fact, give me one moment. Right, I've just pulled up another comment here that was made today on one of my videos, and this was by NorCal Refrigeration. By the way, NorCal and people like that, and Wayne and Ian, there will be links to their channels. Definitely go and visit their channels. I'll have things at the end and in the description, probably some pop-ups as well. Defo go and give these people, like, you know, some views and some love and stuff. Anyway, so NorCal Refrigeration, and I'm sorry, I don't know your name, so I'm going to have to go by your channel handle here, which all seems a bit weird. Anyway, listen to this for the comment, because this is the perfect summing up between the Hero 11 and the Hero 12. As it stands today, the HDR is better than log. Log is too noisy, and standard is the same on the GoPro Hero 11. That is actually exactly the state of play. So with that in mind, and, like, you know, bearing in mind that I have got a lot to say about these things, and also a lot to show to help people to do stuff, this is why I'm thinking, should I just keep the Hero 12, suffer the cost of it, sell me other GoPros? Because, you know, as much as what the Hero 11 and the Hero 12 are basically the same in standard mode, the Hero 11 still definitely has some slight advantages. That means that I might keep the 11, I'm not too sure. But basically, maybe I just go and flog all my stuff, because I'm now starting to move more towards phones and stuff like that as well, for, you know, cameras and things as well, for me portable devices. Yeah, so basically just cut it all down, stay with the 12, and even if my videos are, like, you know, generally of a negative overtone because they're showing real world negative use and stuff, I don't care taking crap off people if what I'm saying is the truth. However, you know, if people want to see how to connect the microphone properly to the Hero 12, it doesn't matter whether I don't like the 12 or not. If somebody else does, I can be helpful to those people by showing them things that they definitely can do, which is irrelevant of my opinion, you see. So yeah, there we go. I think that's maybe the bottom line. I'm sorry, this is a bit longer than what it should have been. I should have plowed through this. And the main reason why I should have plowed through this is because, see this mess on the table here? I'm not going to over-explain this one. Right, I have just downloaded that Blackmagic camera app, okay? And this is another reason why I think action cameras might start meaning less to me in the future. The Blackmagic camera app on, like, you know, iOS and iPad OS devices, and I say iPad OS devices because it works on iPads, is absolutely fantastic. For the first release of any app, this is amazing. Anyway, what I've got here on the table is an iPad Pro M2. I've got a USB-C hub plugged into it, which is then connected to an external Thunderbolt SSD, which also does USB. It's also connected to let's say an audio interface here, USB audio interface, and also it is connected to my monitor. Right, so right now, what I'm able to do with this Blackmagic camera app on my iPad Pro M2 is to record externally to an SSD, use an external microphone to record with it, and monitor a clean feed from it. It's literally basically the same functions as you would get in, like, you know, a lot of like high-end or pro cameras. It's ridiculous. So yeah, keep an eye on my channel. However, I may be doing that video on my main channel. I'm not entirely sure just yet what it is. I'm gonna have to do a lot to do with this video to over explain things, just to impress upon people just how amazing this whole thing's going to be with the Blackmagic camera app. So yeah, I might have to put it on my main channel. Also, this is going to lead into a bunch of stuff that I'm going to do with that iPhone 15 when it comes next week as well. Yeah, I don't know if I've told me buddies, but I was really fortunate enough to get the order in for the Pro Max before they all kind of sold out and stuff. So I'm going to do an absolute shed load of stuff with that phone, and one of the first things is going to be an extended hardware workflow, such as what I'm going to do here with the iPad, but do that with the phone. I mean, the only problem with these things is once you start bolting all this junk onto the end of anything, it kind of limits the use mostly to indoors. However, I'm going to try and quickly find the best solution for using an external microphone with external SSD for the iPhone to try and keep it as kind of small as possible, because obviously one of my main mantras for doing my vlogging is, you know, if you can use the smallest thing possible, and if the internal mics are good and the pictures are good, then that's the best vlogging device that you can use, which is the reason why I still have a lot of time for GoPros at the end of the day, because, you know, you wouldn't have bought and have owned as many Hero action cameras as I have if you didn't like them. I absolutely loved them. The only problem is that they are the source of a lot of problems for me. Anywho, there we go. I've really overstayed my welcome on this one, especially considering that one of the videos I uploaded the other day was less than 3 minutes long, which is absolutely unheard of for me. Anyways, let me know in the comments, should I keep the Hero 12 Black, yes or no? I'm David Harry. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care and goodbye now.